My name is Dea, and if you don't already know this about me, I moved to Los Angeles by myself directly after high school at 18 years old. I was born and raised in a small town in Washington, right outside of the city of Seattle. And I really do have a strong opinion that moving out when you're that young, the things you learn along the way are extremely important to determine the way that the rest of your life goes. And I have learned some very fundamental things that I would like to share that have helped me dramatically, and I think would help a lot of other people on really the emotional sense of what it's like or what your head should be at when you want to make a decision that big. I remember 2 years ago, I was 17, 18 years old, and I felt insanely unhappy being in what I called in between. I was old enough to have character, decided who I wanted to be in the world, but I wasn't old enough to have accountability or autonomy over myself. The small town that I lived in, I needed to get out. I could not be there anymore. And I just thought to myself, this energy, this drive that I have, this compassion, I need to let it take me to new places and out of the city that I grew up in. Actually taking the step to run away to Los Angeles once I was of age was a minor decision with the biggest impact on my life I could have possibly ever imagined. Moving to Los Angeles by myself was the best possible decision I could have made for myself, and what my parents say is the farthest possible place I could have gone away from them. And I'm just so thankful that I was able to leave and make it work. I've been so lucky with making friends and work. Moving by myself has taught me many things, but there's 3 things that I think are the most important to remember when you want to make a decision as big as moving across the country without your family. The first thing is you need to always consider life will always change, no matter what. Good or bad, you must always be willing to accept the fact that life is absolutely inevitable. And that comes hand in hand with thinking, are you going to stay in your hometown your whole life, or are you going to move? Change is inevitable no matter where you are. Secondly, learning that being alone is part of life that we all have to experience. All of us. In all of my experience here, I've made the most amazing friendships, I've had the most amazing experiences. Los Angeles is filled with things to do and the best job opportunities in the world. But at the end of the day, you need to also learn that the way you interact by yourself and with your own emotions is equally important. Because at the end of the day, me and millions and billions of other people in the world come home to an empty house after a social day, and you have to learn how to accept that loneliness, happy or sad, is the main part of the human experience. Third, good things will always come to those who wait. If you're planning on moving to somewhere like Los Angeles or anywhere where you might feel isolated by yourself, as long as you open your heart and your mind to new experiences, good vibes, good thoughts, ultimate happiness, and all of the things you want ultimately will come to you in one way, shape, or form. It may have taken me a year and a half to get to the place where I am right now, and it may take me a year and a half to get to the place I want to be next, but all I know and all I can remember is the time will pass anyways. Leaving my family and friends has been hard, but getting the opportunity to make a bet on my own life is truly an opportunity that I am so grateful for and could not recommend enough to any other person who is thinking about making a decision this big. I came to LA with just the money I saved up from an old hostess job. Believing in yourself is really the key to our own personal happiness and the need to survive in a new environment. I've learned that we really all need to have trust and faith in ourselves at all times.